You step on the gas expecting a smooth surge of power to merge onto the highway, but your engine falls totally flat and the check engine light flips on, leaving you creeping along in the slow lane. If your code reader spits out a P0078, your engine computer is complaining about an electrical issue with the exhaust valve control solenoid circuit on bank 1. Modern engines use variable valve timing to give you the perfect mix of horsepower and fuel economy. To make this mechanical magic happen, the engine computer sends a pulse-width modulated electrical signal to a control solenoid, which then uses highly pressurized engine oil to physically twist the camshaft and change the exact moment the exhaust valves open. Bank 1 simply points you to the side of the engine block that contains cylinder number 1. When the voltage in this electrical circuit drops out of specification or becomes highly erratic, the computer completely shuts down the variable valve timing to protect the engine, which is exactly why your acceleration is suddenly terrible and your fuel economy has completely tanked. Before you go throwing expensive parts at the problem, you absolutely need to grab a digital volt-ohm meter and do some basic electrical circuit testing. The absolute most common culprit I see under the hood is a corroded or melted electrical connector right at the solenoid itself, mainly because these sensitive plastic parts live right next to a scorching hot exhaust manifold. Unplug the harness and closely inspect the tiny metal pins for any green crust or heat damage. If the connection is totally clean, you need to check the internal resistance of the solenoid. It should usually sit around 1 ohm or less. If your multimeter reads an open circuit or massive resistance, the internal copper coil is totally burnt out and the solenoid is just garbage. You also need to meticulously test the main wiring harness all the way back to the powertrain control module for a short to ground or a dead short to power. A wire that has rubbed its insulation bare against the vibrating metal engine block will instantly trigger this code. Take your time tracing those wires, because replacing a perfectly good control solenoid when you actually have a broken wire hidden under the intake will just leave you frustrated and stuck with the exact same performance problem.